Here we go. What a moment. Now that I'm finally done rewatching The Walking Dead. Watching further than I originally watched, I can finally close the door on this set for the time being. That's if I can get the 8th bloody season in with the rest of it. It's quite a tight fit. Oh god, hold on. Definitely gonna have to figure something out with this because it's a big set. It is huge.
Get my hands in there, so that I can hopefully get the DVD in there. Come on, you fuck. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'll take out one of the middle ones and then slot it in, because that's the best way to do it. Then I'll make a hole. Maybe from there, I'll slot. Season 6? Yeah, season 6. Slot that in there. And hopefully. Oh yes. That's all of them. Very fucking nice to have that. Oh, yeah. That was one hell of a watch. Again, originally, when I watched through the series, I got up to, let's think. A friend came over with the DVDs of seasons 1 and 2 and I watched that with him. Then I didn't continue watching the series because I didn't have the means to at the time, but then a few years later, when I believe season 6 had just aired, they were doing a thing to hype people up for season 7, so I watched all the series on demand. Thank you, Sky, for doing that, leading up to the season 7 reveal, which was really cool. And admittedly, after watching season 7, I watched halfway through season 8 to the episode where Carl died, and that was it. I didn't watch any further because at that point I was there like, there's no way they can actually complete the story without Carl. But I have now, since doing some research and being recommended a lot of Walking Dead stuff lately out of nowhere, I have now at least decided to buy the box set of season 1 through 8 because I'm sure as hell not interested in anything that happens after then. But I do think really, like, for the story to come to a close the way it did, does kind of make Carl's death mean something if it's going to play a part in the downfall of Negan and how Rick lets him live instead of killing him like he said he was going to. But obviously, to continue the story on from there without Carl, kind of, there's no story potential from there because Rick has already had that journey. In the comics, it makes sense because Carl's still around, and Rick is the one who eventually dies, passing the torch on to Carl. Obviously, you can't do that in the show when Carl's dead in season 8 in order to give Rick the motivation to spare Negan. But still, were this the entirety of it from seasons 1 to 8, if they had not gone on any further and just left it there, I would have been satisfied, at least in terms of the show, because I think that's a decent enough ending. It's a good round circular point going from officer friendly, becoming the absolute chad of a killer that he ended up becoming, a crazy maniac, to finally being able to rebuild again and be back in touch with the version of himself that he became in season 4 of The Walking Dead, the version that taught Carl that there has to be another way, and live up to that. So yeah, great show, highly recommend, and I'm so glad I got this. Take care.